Welcome to Barcelona for MWC 2023, where I am delighted to be joined by Ben Panic. Ben is Vice President for Telecommunications, Media and Entertainment for the APAC region at Red Hat. Ben, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Charlotte.
So, Ben, what patterns are you seeing in terms of your conversations with customers about open source in their transformation efforts?
Well, customers are really talking to us about three main things when it comes to open source. Firstly, they're looking at innovation. How do they drive new revenue streams? How do they differentiate themselves in the market? Secondly, security is front of mind for everyone. And then finally, the cloudification of the telco network is something that is on all of their minds. It's probably the biggest part of the transformation that they're looking at, along with automation.
So are you seeing surges of interest?
Yeah, look, I think the surges of interest, if you consider the investment around 5G and Edge, the surges of interest are really around how do they monetize the network. So if you think about the investment that they've made, generally billions of dollars have gone into 5G and Edge. And now they're looking at how do they drive that return. So the surges of interest, as you put it, are really around what are the different use cases that the customers are looking to put into the market. And I think that's where 5G and Edge is really bringing a differential compared to 4G. We see a lot more industrial use cases, a lot more focused use cases, whether it's healthcare, education, logistics or manufacturing. They're very prescriptive and they're focused on those B2B use cases.
And within these accounts, who is driving the interest? Does it come from developers, operations, administrators?
So certainly operations. If you think about automation, the operations teams are tasked with doing more with less, right? They're under huge cost pressures. So they're using automation tools like Ansible to drive that. If you look at the developer community, they're looking at how do they develop new applications back to monetizing the network, right? How do we develop applications that are going to drive those net new revenue streams?
And what about the appetite from more senior executives or business lines? Do they not see open source as tactical or strategic?
Not at all. I think the senior executives are looking at open source and recognizing that vast ecosystem of partners that they can tap into. That relates back to the innovation and that relates to the new revenue streams that they can look towards. So I think open source is really that plethora of organizations that they can tap into on a global scale, whether it's a small startup in India through to some of the largest ISVs in Europe. They're able to attract those, they're able to build solutions around those, and at the end of the day, that's what the executives are looking for, the ability to differentiate their business and drive new revenue streams.
Ben, thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlotte.